Welcome to Sigma Dominion, gentlemen. In a world full of echo, dare to be the voice. While the modern world embraces conformity, certain men deviate from the crowd because they are Sigma males, the lone wolves who reinvent what it means to be. In fact, research indicates that individuals who embrace solitude and self-reliance are frequently more innovative and mentally resilient than their extroverted counterparts. However, this should not be interpreted as brooding seriousness. Fearless people do not enter a room yelling for attention. Instead, they change the dynamic simply by existing. Think of these men as the guys who watch the world play chess while they are quietly redesigning the board. What makes these men unique is not just their refusal to conform, but the habits they have mastered that make them completely unshakable. Sigma males are not the stoic action heroes you see in movies. They avoid drama, but do not be surprised if they find a subtle, darkly humorous way to destroy it all. If you've ever questioned what makes you different, if you've ever felt the pull to break free from the norm, then this video is for you. Stay with me until the end, because we're about to dive into the 10 habits only the most fearless Sigma males have. Habit 1. They embrace solitude like a weapon. Most people view solitude as loneliness, a void that must be filled with noise, distractions, or constant social validation. But for a Sigma male, solitude is a weapon, an incubator for growth, self-mastery, and calculated action. While society conditions people to fear being alone, the Sigma male embraces it, knowing that the greatest minds in history, like Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, and Isaac Newton, produced their best work in isolation. This isn't just about preference. It's about power and solitude. A Sigma male is free from external influences, allowing him to think deeply, reflect on his purpose, and refine his vision. Studies in psychology suggest that solitude enhances creativity, emotional regulation, and problem-solving abilities. It's no wonder Sigmas use this time to sharpen their intellect, build their skills, and strategize their next move, while others waste time seeking validation. Unlike extroverts who recharge through social interaction, Sigmas fuel their energy in silence. This is why they often appear mysterious and unpredictable. They move in ways no one sees coming. They aren't running from their thoughts. They are mastering them. As Carl Jung famously stated, "Solitude is for me a fount of healing that makes my life worth living." For Sigmas, it's not just healing, it's preparation. Every moment alone is a step toward a higher version of themselves. And when they do step back into the world, they aren't just present, they dominate. Habit to a meme. They move in silence and let success make the noise. A Sigma male operates with a level of discretion that sets him apart from the crowd. While many broadcast their ambitions, seeking external validation, the Sigma understands a fundamental truth. Silence is power. He doesn't feel the need to announce his goals because he knows that true success speaks for itself. Psychologists suggest that discussing plans prematurely can create a false sense of accomplishment, making individuals less likely to follow through. The Sigma male avoids this trap. He moves in silence, understanding that revealing too much can invite unnecessary distractions, envy, and even sabotage. Instead, he focuses all his energy on execution. His strategy is calculated. He observes, plans, and acts with precision. While others are busy talking, he's building. While they seek approval, he's gaining results. By the time the world takes notice, he's already miles ahead, leaving people wondering how he did it. This mindset is rooted in a deep understanding of energy management. Every moment spent explaining himself or seeking validation is time and effort taken away from real progress. Sigmas recognize that success isn't about perception. Their actions do the talking, making their impact undeniable. This is why Sigmas often appear mysterious, unpredictable, and even intimidating. Their silence isn't weakness. It's a strategic advantage. They don't need applause to move forward, and they certainly don't need permission. In a world obsessed with noise, the Sigma male's quiet determination is his greatest weapon. Habit 3. They reject the need for approval. A Sigma male walks his own path, untethered by societal expectations or peer validation. Unlike the alpha who thrives on dominance or the beta who seeks approval, the Sigma operates outside the hierarchy entirely. His power lies in his autonomy. He is not driven by trends, approval, or the need to fit in. Instead, he follows his own principles, guided by an internal compass that remains unshaken by external forces. This independence often confuses those who rely on social validation. They may see the Sigma's detachment as arrogance or rebellion, but in reality, it is a deep commitment to self-truth. He understands that true freedom isn't granted by society, it is cultivated from within. Governments, cultures, and trends shift with time, but a man who governs himself is always in control. And with this self-governance comes an unwavering authenticity. A Sigma knows that trying to please everyone means diluting his own identity. He does not bend to fit molds or water down his beliefs to be accepted. He is perfectly fine with being misunderstood, even disliked, because his sense of worth isn't tied to the approval of others. This is why Sigmas are often respected. Even if they're not always liked, their unshakable confidence and self-reliance make them stand out. While others seek permission to be themselves, the Sigma simply is. He lives by his own code, and that, more than anything, is his ultimate power. Habit 4. They take risks others avoid. A fearless Sigma male isn't reckless. He's strategic. He doesn't leap blindly into the unknown, but he understands that success requires stepping outside of comfort zones. Fear of failure is what keeps most people trapped in mediocrity. But a Sigma male embraces failure as a learning experience rather than an endpoint. He knows that playing it safe may prevent loss, but it also guarantees stagnation. Take Elon Musk, for example. He risked everything on Tesla and SpaceX, despite experts predicting their failure. Had he played it safe, he'd be just another wealthy businessman, not a revolutionary. Similarly, in relationships, the Sigma doesn't shy away from rejection. While others fear the sting of a no, he views it as redirection, a chance to refine his approach. This fearless mindset extends to personal growth. While many stick to routines and avoid discomfort, the Sigma thrives in the unknown. He takes up challenging skills, travels alone, and stands firm in his convictions, even when society tells him to conform. Psychologically, this fearlessness stems from a growth mindset. Research shows that people who see failure as feedback rather than defeat are more likely to succeed in the long run. This is why the Sigma male isn't just bold, he's unstoppable. The world belongs to those willing to take calculated risks. And while most hesitate at the edge, the Sigma male takes a deep breath and steps forward, knowing that greatness lies on the other side of fear. Habit 5. They never chase, they attract. A Sigma male never begs for attention, approval, or love because he understands a fundamental truth. True confidence is a silent force. Unlike others who seek validation through external recognition, the Sigma operates on an internal compass, driven by purpose rather than popularity. This independence makes him a rare breed, someone who stands out effortlessly, without trying. The psychology behind this is simple yet powerful. When you chase something, whether it's people, status, or validation, you signal that it is more valuable than you. The Sigma refuses to play that game. He knows that energy is everything. Aspiration repels, while self-assurance attracts. This is why people are drawn to him without understanding why. It's not arrogance. It's a quiet mastery of presence. Power, to a Sigma, is about control over emotions, actions, and the way he moves through life. He never relinquishes it by chasing things that are meant to flow naturally. Instead, he focuses on building himself, knowing that the right opportunities, relationships, and respect will follow. This is what makes the Sigma male magnetic. He is the storm others feel, but cannot predict, the enigma that commands attention without uttering a single word. Habit 6. They remain unpredictable. Predictability is a cage, and a Sigma male refuses to be trapped. While society thrives on routines and expectations, the Sigma operates on a different frequency, one that values adaptability, independence, and unpredictability. He understands that when people can predict your next move, they can control you. That's why he keeps them guessing. Unlike alpha males who dominate social structures or beta males who conform to them, the Sigma navigates his own path. If the world expects him to take the well-trodden road, he carves out a new trail. If society dictates a certain career path, lifestyle, or relationship model, he challenges the norm. This isn't rebellion for the sake of defiance. Its predictability makes one an easy target, but the Sigma stays one step ahead, always maintaining the element of surprise. History is filled with great minds who embodied this principle. Think Nikola Tesla, Bruce Lee, or even Steve Jobs. They didn't just follow trends, they disrupted them. The Sigma male does the same in his own world, whether in business, relationships, or personal growth. The world tries to put him in a box, but instead of fitting in, he burns the box to ashes and builds his own empire. They think logically, not emotionally. A Sigma male doesn't just suppress emotions, he masters them. While others get swept away by feelings, he remains grounded, analyzing every situation with precision. This ability isn't about being cold or indifferent. It's about control. Studies show that emotional decision-making often leads to regret, as it's driven by impulse rather than strategy. Sigmas understand this well. For example, if someone disrespects him, he doesn't lash out in anger. Instead, he evaluates, is this worth my energy? What's the smartest response? He acts based on logic, ensuring his choices serve his long-term goals. This makes him unpredictable. People can't manipulate him with guilt, flattery, or provocation. History is full of great minds who embodied this trait. Think of Nikola Tesla, who, despite facing betrayal, remained focused on his work rather than seeking revenge. Or Bruce Lee, who emphasized emotional discipline, believing that emotional content should be controlled, not uncontrolled rage. While society often rewards those who express emotions openly, the Sigma male understands that true power lies in mastering them. His mind is his greatest weapon. In a world full of emotional traps, his logic remains an unshakable shield. Habit 8. They value efficiency over busyness. The Sigma male operates on a level of efficiency that most people can't comprehend. He doesn't just fill his schedule with tasks to appear productive. He eliminates anything that doesn't serve his purpose. Unlike the average person who confuses busyness with progress, the Sigma understands that true success comes from intentional action. Every step he takes is calculated, every decision is weighed, and every move serves a bigger goal. This is why the Sigma male is fearless when it comes to saying no. He knows that distractions come disguised as opportunities, and meaningless obligations drain energy that could be used for real growth. Whether it's declining an invitation to a pointless social event or refusing to engage in trivial gossip, he is unapologetic about protecting his time. Psychologists call this the Pareto principle, where 80 of results come from 20 of efforts. Sigmas naturally embody this, cutting away the excess and focusing only on high-impact actions. While others scramble to look busy, he moves in silence, making calculated moves that leave people wondering how he gets so much done with seemingly little effort. His secret, ruthless prioritization, and an unshakable commitment to what truly matters. Habit 9. They challenge the status quo. Sigmas are not rebels just to be defiant. They are rebels with a cause. Their resistance isn't about breaking rules aimlessly. It's about breaking limitations. Mediocrity is the enemy of progress, and Sigmas refuse to settle for the ordinary. They possess an innate drive to question societal norms, not because they crave chaos, but because they seek truth, efficiency, and excellence. Where most people see rigid rules as walls, Sigmas see them as mere suggestions, guidelines that often need rewriting. They are the silent architects of change, the minds that challenge outdated systems and carve new paths where none existed before. Think of the lone innovators of history, people like Nikola Tesla and Steve Jobs, who defied conventional thinking to bring forth revolutionary ideas. That's the Sigma mindset in action. When faced with adversity, most hesitate. Sigmas, they lean in. To them, every obstacle is an unclaimed territory, a puzzle waiting to be solved. They don't just navigate challenges, they conquer them, turning setbacks into stepping stones toward greatness. This isn't recklessness. It's calculated defiance, fueled by an unshakable belief that better is always possible. And that right there is why Sigmas always stand out. Habit 10. They master self-control. A fearless Sigma male operates on a level few can comprehend. While most people are reactive, ruled by impulses and fleeting desires, he remains in full command of his mind and actions. This self-discipline isn't accidental. It's intentional, built through years of self-awareness and relentless refinement. Temptation surrounds him, whether it's the urge to indulge in distractions, lash out in anger, or seek validation, but he doesn't flinch. Instead, he channels his energy into purpose, recognizing that surrendering to impulses only leads to regret. His ability to delay gratification gives him an edge, allowing him to outlast competitors, stay focused on his goals, and remain unaffected by chaos. Unlike the weak-willed, who seek control over others to feel powerful, he understands that true dominance comes from mastering oneself. Ancient Stoic philosophers, like Marcus Aurelius, preached the same principle. Control your mind and you control your destiny. This is why the Sigma male is a force to be reckoned with. His discipline makes him unpredictable. His emotional control makes him unshakable, and his restraint makes him powerful. While others chase momentary satisfaction, he builds an unbreakable legacy, one decision at a time. Sigmas, if these habits resonate with you, it's because you're built differently. You're wired for greatness. Now it's time to harness these traits and apply them to your life with precision and purpose. If you found value in this video, hit that like button, subscribe to join the Sigma community, and let's continue building an empire of fearless men who refuse to conform. Having said this,